It's a beautiful day, the sun is shining, and it's time to play some Modern Horizons. I'm at Lodestone Coffee Games here in Minnetonka, Minnesota, just outside of the Twin Cities, my favorite local game store, and I'm going to play some Modern Horizons. That's right, Megan's not here, it's just me, so all this beautiful gold is all for my collection. So I'm playing sealed. Let's find out what I open. Okay, so I'm still building my pool right now, but I just have to share with you the fact that Daybreak Coronet is in this set. Well, not really, but the flavor text on here is pretty great for Face of Divinity. Pure Soul Shine, bright as daybreak. So I mean, like, close enough, right? Okay, everybody, this is post round one. Spoiler alert, I lost. Easily. I don't think I ever did any damage to my opponent. My deck does not feel very strong, but I will say two big things that that happened this match. Number one, I spliced something onto Arcane, which I've never done before in my Magic career. Let me tell you, it was pretty cool. And I realized how very important shapeshifters are in this set. My opponent had a really cool goblins deck, and a lot of them weren't natural goblins, they were shapeshifting goblins, and it made all the difference. So those are my two takeaways. After round one, cards are all super powerful. Format seems fun so far, except my deck, no good. Look at how cute he is.
You guys are a beast.
It was very good last game. All right, well, this is post round two, and my deck and me lost again. But it did have a better showing because I didn't lose every game. I did manage to win one of the three. Drawing cards seems good. Keep in mind when you cycle, the tricky things that go on with that, and snow permanence, you know? I think the art cards are so cool, and this one is one of my favorite pieces of art of the new set, Zebra Man. But who can forget Seb McKinnon and his non-stop bangers? I mean, look at this. Look at this art. It's amazing. I love that they did this with the promo cards in these packs, and you can collect them. There's 54 in total, and I think I definitely am going to. All right, everybody, after 3 rounds of Modern Horizons, I'm ashamed to tell you that I 0-3'd the event, but maybe you could have seen that coming with the deck that I put together, which it did have some sweet plays, but I think that's just the way Modern Horizons works, and I get to be outside and wear my awesome sunglasses. But I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite cards that I played with in the event, and yeah, so not all was lost. Plus I opened some pretty sweet rare cards for some money. So first card is Bowgarden Dragonheart. Right here, Bowgarden Dragonheart. You can sacrifice another creature to be and get a 4/4 Hasty Dragon, which actually this card is much better than it looks because of the threat of activation. People are really scared of your 4/4 that can come kind of out of nowhere. Especially good in the Goblins deck, which has a lot of fodder to feed it. I also like Thundering Djinn a lot, which you're kind of saying to yourself, duh, this card's really good. The 5 mana for the 3/4 flying stats alone is great, and you're always going to at least get to ping something, but in the Red Blue Spells deck, you're very often doing 2, sometimes 4 when it attacks. Really great. Pondering Mage, I think this is going to be one of the best blue commons. Obviously, you get to take a look at the top 3 and then draw a card and shuffle if you want to. It has really good stats at 3/4 for 5 mana, plus the draw. This one really surprised me, and it's so cute. Ikite. It's just a little 1/2 flyer for 2, but in the blue-red spells deck, once again, it's often attacking for 3, which for 2 mana, it's a pretty good deal, and if you're doing your thing in red-blue spells, especially in draft, I would say, this card's going to be an all-star for you. Overall, I had a lot of fun. This format is extremely powerful. You can do a lot of really sweet stuff. I will say that I think it is far more suited for draft than for sealed because there's a lot of very corner case cards that are very specifically good in certain builds, which makes sometimes sealed a little bit hard if your pool doesn't line up with what you opened. Anyway, so I think that means I'm gonna go draft. I'm standing in front of this really cool Liliana mural here inside Lodestone here, and I just drafted Modern Horizons for the first time, and I think my deck is pretty amazing. I'm pretty confident I was the only snow drafter at the table, so I drafted blue-green. I got basically every snow thing that I wanted. I have 5 snow lands, 17 snow creatures, including 3 of the crab that mills, so that is a winning strategy potentially. I'll see if it's any good. And I also drafted Merit Lage's Slumber. I opened it in pack 2 and I couldn't pass it up, just like on the weird offhand chance that I'm able to make Merit Lage. I don't think it's realistic, but you know what, we're gonna see what happens. Anyway, overall I think the deck is very strong, and drafting was super fun and seems very synergistic, which is totally my style. So yeah, we'll see how we do. Okay everybody, here's the state of the board, and I just want you to know that there are in fact 10 snow permanents for Merit Lage to wake up. But do I want a 2020 Flying Indestructible?
Why wouldn't you?
Seems pretty good, right? Everybody, I'm in my car because I had to scream that I just made Merit Lage, and I don't want the whole store to hear me screaming, I made Merit Lage, I made Merit Lage, I made Merit Lage, yeah! 2020 Flying Indestructible Merit Lage is here! Yeah, it's like probably 115 degrees in my car right now, but I had to come in here and sing you all that song because I put Merit Lage's Slumber in my deck. I didn't think it would work, and it literally worked the first round I played. My deck seems awesome. It's totally busted. I feel bad for my opponent because it was just so good. And then I made Merit Lage because I just had 10 snow permanents I didn't even try. And then I had the 2020 Octopus Lady coming out. I mean, this is the best day of my life that you're all witnessing right now, so thank you for watching my vlog. We're gonna try and 3-0 this draft, and I'll check back in after round 2 if I haven't suffocated of heat in my car. Okay, after round 2 update, it didn't go as planned. I lost to a good deck, a big green beefy deck, but it came down to basically I was going to make Merit Lage the top of my deck, or I was going to lose. And they had a perfect good draw of the Rocks tap creature to tap down some of my blockers and get in for the win. But they're very nice and gave me a Merit Lage token. So round 3, here we come. Everybody, we just reviewed this game on our Board Games channel, and it's one of my new favorite roll and writes, and it's in the store, so I thought I'd talk about it and say go to youtube.com/GLHF Board Games if you like board games and you want to see our weekly board game reviews. Alright everybody, 3 rounds. After 3 rounds, I went 2-1 with the deck. I think the deck was very, very good, and I'm going to talk about some of my favorite cards in it right now. Winter's Rest, obviously, is great. It deals with anything, and if you have plentiful snow permanents, it deals with it pretty much permanently, unless you're able to flicker, in which case, probably board it out. Abominable Tree Folk, obviously an all-star. I had the owl that basically can blink your creatures, and bringing this back in to ice something again was super annoying. And it was just enormous in my deck. Merit Lage's Slumber. We all know this card is my new BFF, right? It is doable, especially if you pack one, pick one it. I packed 2, picked one it, and I was like, oh, I'll just do this for fun. Turns out I did it for real. And the scry is not nothing. It helps you to make Merit Lage. Mother Bear. Do not be like tricked by this card being a 2/2 for 2. It making bear cubs from the graveyard is surprisingly relevant. I had an opponent who had a couple of these in round number 2, and it proved to be very, very strong. And then Blizzard Strix. This is the owl I was talking about before, that blink stuff. Fantastic flyer. Which you always want in any format, of course, and then blinking stuff, you know, to be able to ice things down again, or draw more cards, and of course, Chiller Pillar, the coldest little caterpillar, is so good, people have to deal with it. Make it into a flyer, love it, it's your best friend. Alright, so I've got some rewards here, and I'm going to crack one of these packs, because the other one I'm going to save for Good Luck High Five podcast next week. But we're going to crack this one with the bear on it, just because we had her in our pool, so we might as well. We're going to see if I can do this one-handed. My other hand is holding the phone to record this video. Alright, we're able to do it, everybody. We're able to do it. Alright. Token. Shapeshifter, which I've never seen one of these before, so it's pretty cool. Our art card here is Scour All Possibilities by Mitchell Malloy. I love these. They are so awesome. Snow-covered plains. And then we're going to start from the back. Alright, we've got a Spinehorn Minotaur. Choking Tethers, pretty good card there with cycling. Reprobation, nice removal. Diabolic Edict, this got me today. Spore Frog, very cute. Rank Officer, he smells bad. Pondering Mage, love this card, was an all-star all day. Arkham's Astrolabe? I don't know how to say the name of this card. I played it in my snow deck. It was like whatever, it was a cantrip. Springbloom Druid, I passed this in the draft and took a Mother Bear instead. I don't think that was the right decision because I care so much about snow lands. Geomancer's Gambit, a lot of people blowing up their own lands to find snow lands today and drawing cards. Doesn't seem bad. Talisman of Creativity, seems very good. Ramp for you there. Rebuild, play it in your sideboard in Modern. Scale Up, in fact, here you go. And of course our rare, boom, it's a Sliver, Spiteful Sliver. This is a Sliver that whenever this creature is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target player or planeswalker. So there you have it. And that was was my draft and my sealed of Modern Horizons. The format seems sweet. In sealed, it's a little bit wonky, I would say, but in draft, it seems awesome. The snow deck is so fun, and I want to draft it basically every time. Anyway, yeah, I loved it. Modern Horizons, thumbs up.